First of all, we're looking for a partner that shares our fundamental belief in openness. Also, when it comes to AI, we talk about transparency, accountability, and fairness.
The pace of innovation is, faster than ever. And your job is obviously to stay, ahead of that curve and also understanding what your customers on a Nordic market is looking for. How do you make sure that you actually are on top of that innovation pace?
Yeah, it's a good question. And I think I'm a country music fan, so I'll say it in the words of Patsy Cline. Stop, look, and listen. We have to stop. And what that means for me and my team is to ensure that we have time in our calendars to really think about innovation, and then look around what happens in our industry, but also adjacent industries, because there's a lot of things happening, and the mobile phone is being used for more and more things. So we have to look around, understand what's happening, and then last of all, listen. We do obviously a lot of consumer insights to understand the expectations and the high expectations of our consumers on our products.
The world today has immense opportunities, but there are also some, hurdles and some challenges to address. So what are you spending time on when it comes to some challenges that you need to overcome?
Well, I think the key challenge, at least for me personally in my role, is around, there's so much happening, and there's only 24 hours in the day. So how can I really make the most of it? And I think the topic that we have today around AI is really one thing where I'm putting a lot of hopes for the future to make my work more efficient, to be able to do more and do things like that. So one key is to try to find time and select the right things to focus on. That's the big challenge.
So Samsung has embarked on a global strategic partnership together with Google Cloud. What made you take the path of actually embarking on this strategic partnership?
Well, Samsung has been working with AI for more than a decade, but mainly at the core of our devices, at the semiconductor level, etc. But when we moved into more generative AI, Samsung has always worked with openness, and we worked together with Google for a long time. So it's just a natural, evolution of our partnership to also work together when it comes to AI.
What are you looking for in a partner?
Well, first of all, we're looking for a partner that shares our fundamental belief in openness. Also, when it comes to AI, we talk about transparency, accountability, and fairness. So those are kind of guiding ethical principles of choosing a partner. Then, of course, we look at the industry leaders across the tech industry. And we do also have partnership with multiple different companies, because we believe in open collaboration with many partners.
And when you talk about fairness, could you go one level deeper on what you mean with fairness?
Fairness, that is a lot about diversity and inclusion, making sure that what is presented is a responsible AI, and that the data is verifiable, and that we can ensure that it is fair for all.
And we have two technology giants here, Samsung and Google. How do we come together and become stronger as one?
Well, it's really about having this fundamentally open way of working. No one company can be the best at anything. So working together is really the key, and making 1 + 1 add up to 3. If we take, for example, Google Cloud together with Samsung, one of the keys is combining that cloud experience together with the on-device, which I think, again, 1 + 1 then really equals 3, because we can make even better experience in combining the two.
So obviously, when we entered this strategic partnership, we had some North Stars and some desired outcomes. Have you seen some benefits that might not have been as obvious from the start?
But I think really it is this key of the hybrid way of working when it comes to cloud and on-device. Again, when we talk about AI, we have to talk about data privacy and data sovereignty, and it is the key for our users. So then being able to combine both cloud and on-device, obviously we understood the power of it, but what I think was a positive surprise for both companies was that then we could also let the consumer choose, if you're a person or a company, choose what data you choose to share where, so that it really became a super powerful tool when it comes to data sovereignty as well.